All right. Hello, everyone. We have another opening video for you all, and I put out a poll. Be sure to vote in these if you haven't voted, because then we have a more accurate representation. I do upload every day. I try to, anyways. Sometimes I upload multiple times a day if there's something that's like really nuts that's on my mind. Anyways, this poll, Scotch, Polish, Banco Gambit, and Modern Defense, they win. So, therefore, that is what we will be doing in our unrated thingy. And if we don't get any of those openings in like a substantial amount of time, like last time, I will just put those openings in as well. It's just like a bonus, I suppose. Anyways, we have Scotch and Polish. So we're gonna start with the easiest one. We're gonna play B4. Now we have e6. Now e6 is interesting because once we develop the bishop here, this pawn will be hanging if the bishop moves to take it, and that will be the blunder of a rook. So we will just develop the bishop over here. They cannot take that. They just play d5. Now this pawn still can't be taken by this bishop for the same reason. So we will just continue developing with e3 as a common move. Now this pawn is defended. So in these types of positions, you have two ways to play the Polish. Either you can push it, try to push like every single pawn at the queen side, or you can defend it and try to play a different style. But we're gonna play in the style of the aggression. So we are just going to push b5. Now this is about the extent of what I know about this. I have played this opening before, and this e6 and c5 kind of thing with the knight coming out here. I don't know a lot about it, but we're just going to continue natural development. We don't want anything to come like over here. It was guarded. Okay, this person is begging me to en passant them. That is wild. We could go here, try to support this pawn a little bit more. It's not really that necessary though. I feel like we want to like open up the center a little bit, considering that our opponent has over extended a little bit, not too much, and this is not possible. So c4 looking hella juicy. Next, we might go here in castle, but if they take, we can obviously take back with the bishop, and we will be fine. What country is this, by the way? Anguilla? Anguilla? I don't know where that is. Anyways, we'll see what our opponent does. I'm spending 30 seconds per move. That is sad. I think my opponent probably thinks I mouse slipped. Not sure, but whatever. Okay, so what's going on here? Opponent played this. I don't really want that to come over here because like I want to play d4, but then there's this, and if I like ever take it, the center gets opened up and the bishop now double attacks my piece here. So I don't want that pawn ever going to I don't want it ever going to a3. The bishop just develops, and now I believe d4. We got everybody staring at everybody, and since there's so much tension here, I just want to take as much space as possible, especially considering this that our opponent has not castled yet at all. I feel like we should continue with normal development, which is bishop d3. I feel like that's fire. We have f5. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, what do we have? We have a lot of tension in a center that's being supported by one pawn. So, let's just put pressure on it. Let's just keep developing, keep hitting some stuff. Obviously, if we take here with the knight, that's a fork. Let's not do that. And we just have castles. That's nice. That's nice. Now let's just open up the position here. I feel like it's time to do that. Do we want to open it up even more, though? That is the question. I mean, this bishop is looking nice. This bishop might come here, maybe, if he takes with the knight. But again, these pawns are super, super weak just because of how overextended my opponent is. Not to mention this one is kind of hanging. If we look at that pawn is actually kind of hanging. Opponent takes with the bishop. Nice and logical. This attacks the bishop now. There's no check. What is there? There's this check, actually, and if that double attacks my knight, and if I go back, this knight hits it twice, so what do we do now? Just say castle, honestly. Keep it simple. This pawn's not going anywhere. I have a hair in my mouth. Sorry, guys. My bad. A nice little hair in my mouth, yeah? Alright. Now that pawn is hanging, definitely. There's no checks, and my bishop gets opened up. That's nice. I think we should just grab the pawn. It also stops d4, because getting rid of the isolated pawn with a push like that is often something you want to do if you do have like an isolated pawn of some sort. That is what you kind of want to be doing. So we will be stopping that with this discovered attack with the bishop here. Opponent goes back. Now I think we might want to occupy that square somehow. This attacks the bishop. However, the bishop can just move, and I want to go forward. I want to like go here. If you know what I'm saying with that. I can play this really any time. Actually, I might want to just go back with the knight like that. So, yeah, we're going to go forward, defend this pawn a little bit more, and we want to go back with this knight so we can get over here. That's what we're going to do. I was considering trying to go forward like that, but I thought about it a little bit. It doesn't seem quite right. Queen b3 is also an idea, but I want my knight to be a little bit more stable before I start doing stuff like queen b3. We're just going to go back, and forward. And we could also just stay here. I mean, this pawn is hanging right now, since the bishop lost the guard against it. I would have gone back like that. Sure, it closes down the rook, but I mean, f5 and pushing this pawn is still pretty good. Okay, they defend it with the discovered defense over here. Don't go here though. That's kind of a fork, kinda. Because if here, queen takes, knight takes, this attacks the bishop with a check. My rook is hanging. And for the purposes of this video, I don't feel like we should be doing that. Another idea is just rook c1, and that threatens knight takes here, because if the queen takes, we pin the queen. So we're going to actually just do this. And it also gets another piece in the game, which I really like. Oh, wow, they actually defended against that. All right. What they failed to realize is that this pawn is now hanging. And with this pawn falls their entire position. This isolated queen-pawn push is still not possible. I take the knight now this time. This knight is no longer supported by two pawns, so therefore it is very weak. And we are threatening stuff like that. I can even take back with the queen because I always have this pinning it to the king over on g8 here. So we always have that. In the Polish opening, if you get a really open position, usually you're going to be doing pretty good. If you have an open position and this b-pawn survives, you are vibing with that. You are chilling. Chilling. All right, now what should we do? We can take this, and then taking back and try to trade the queens. Another response is like that, but that drops a pawn, so that's quite unnecessary. Another thing is just blocking the bishop. I feel like that's perfectly fine. Just coming back, blocking the bishop. Now we're threatening to take this a little bit easier. And if the bishop ever takes here after we do something like that, I'm of course taking with the queen. It would be threatening mate. That would be nice. The shower is running. Unfortunate background noise in this video. So we have taking here. This drops the pawn, but is it really worth it? Who knows? Another idea is some kind of Greek gift. However, this square is covered, so there's no need to do that. I feel like we should just double up some pieces on the C file. That would be nice. Let's not drop a pawn for no reason. Now, they can take and make us have an isolated queen's pawn. However, I mean, the strength of that isolated queen's pawn is just not great. It's not the same as it could be if they had done something else. Now, this runs into like this and this. However, we will get our rooks over to get to the second rank before that has a chance of happening. Because if here we can go here, our bishop is also defended, so it's not like we're being pinned against the creation of an isolated queen's pawn with bishop takes like that. Knight goes the other way. Logical, okay. Now we're up so much. We're up a lot of material. We're up 2 pawns, so trading is good for us, pretty much no matter what. So let's just continue this development here. This bishop is kind of trash, so we're gonna look to open it up somehow. Something like this, clearing out the path for the knight, is looking kind of juicy. We have to be careful about the queen taking the pawn right away. But our opponent takes the bishop right away, which is nice. We like that. We like to see it. And now there's stuff like, I don't know, knight f3, maybe knight f5, maybe even knight e2, trying to go to f4. Trading the bishops, because their dark squared bishop, feel like it's a little bit better than mine. It's just a little bit more annoying. Mine doesn't really have that much of an effect. However, okay, so yeah, this is looking kind of nice since this is a forkable square now. Because if the bishops are traded, this square is no longer covered. So I think we're just going back here. Yeah, we're just gonna go back. If takes, obviously. Oh, okay, we're getting a little frisky here, eh? We're getting a little frisky. Now, this pawn is pinned to the queen. I did see this, and I did see that it was a discovered attack, but it's pinned to the queen, so, like, taking here is not dangerous at all. You just go back, you just vibe, support the rook. So, yeah, the pawn is pinned to the queen. There's nothing really that they can do about that. They can take this pawn, for sure, but bishop takes. And we're chilling. This pawn's protected. We will just take that. If the bishops are traded, knight takes. This pawn is still protected, and we are just up 2 pawns. Alright. It attacks the queen as well. A little bit of a tempo move. I'm giving credit to our opponent. Our opponent is doing a good job at opposing some problems that I do have to see a little bit of stuff to, get out of it, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be enough. Now, we could sack this pawn. We definitely could do that, but it's not really necessary, and we just need to look for ways to trade off pieces here. This is a good one. There's this that pins the yeah, this is a pin, but this is a check and fork, so that doesn't really work. I don't think it really would have worked anyways, because I had this, but just something you gotta look at. Anyways, that's a fork. And after the bishop falls, we will get into the second rank, do some stuff, do some damage. I assume queen takes will be played. Okay, rook takes is insanity. What to do now? This fork is nice. If they take our pawn, we're threatening some, like, mates, potentially. Do have to be careful about our rook handing, though. That's the only bad part about this. is that this queen, when it comes here, it touches our rook, which is unfortunate, but we do have a massive attack on the king here, so it should be okay. And if it isn't, we can always just make an escape square, of which could have done now, but I feel like the time to act is also now. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, bro just on a queen, so that's unfortunate. And now, just always in something like this, just make an escape square. Don't ever get back rank mated like that. The opponent getting back rank mated, not really sure that's ever going to happen. Let's go here, hitting this pawn. Maybe getting in some like checking lines against the king here. Also getting a rook over here, that's nice. It's pretty nice. Getting a rook to the 7th rank. This check is not an option. And this should be some sort of mate. Some sort of game over with this. They have to sack both rooks. There's no way to move the king out of that. That's why I went move the king. The reason why I didn't try to go to the 2nd rank right away is just because, you know, the king on the back rank is a little bit easier to attack rather than just a king just goofing around on the side being shielded by these 2 pawns. And that is the Polish opening checked off the list. What do we have next? If we get black, we'll try to get a modern. If we get white, we have to play a Scotch. Scotch is pretty nice. We love to see it, love to see it, love to see it. Going on to game 2. I feel like I explained myself in that last match enough that we don't have to go through it really again. We have white, so let's try to play a Scotch. I hope e5 gets played. I don't think this person is an e5 player, though. Yeah, they're a Caro player. Hey, let's show this Caro player who's boss. Let's show this Caro player how we play the Caro. Anyways, versus this gambit, you always take it, and if knight c6, f4 is just a free win. f4 is just absolutely a free win. And if they develop the bishop, you develop the knight. Try to stop d4 as much as you possibly can. If knight here, you just... Oh, crap, I almost pre-moved that. Ho ho! Anyways, now that d4 is prevented, we can now put our bishop here. And we could solidify with something like this. However, c3 and b4 is another idea. They cannot take this. They cannot take this pawn with the bishop because this pawn attacks the queen. You guys have to keep seeing that this pawn hits the queen. Oh my lord. Every single game with the queen check, this is fine. You can play the queen check. I mean, it's completely winning for me. Analysis plus 2.2. Like, in this position, it's already plus 1.3. And with this, it's plus 2, and of course here you just lose a piece. If you take the bishop, I take your queen, and if you sacrifice, which is quite common, and try to do this, I can just trade the bishops. You can try some sort of counterplay with this, but it's just not possible. You can burn a rook, I guess, but I will take you. I can even block like this, but not in this position, because of course there's that. You have to be careful. Block with the knight when you can. Probably never a good idea to block with the queen, I might add. In some positions, yes. Like if they take you right away, yeah, blocking with the queen is the best, I think. Blocking with the knight actually does lose a significant amount of advantage. Don't ask me why, but if they take you right away and there's no rook on c8, just take that bishop right away and block with the queen. Tempo. Anyways, so yeah, that is how to just obliterate the Caro. Just a terrible opening again, just like just so bad. I mean, just a 1700, just losing a piece just so instantly. Anyways, we have a 1302. Let's hope okay, we got a French. All right, that's fantastic. Okay, we're gonna play d4, and you know what? I've never played the advance before, but we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what our opponent goes for. Okay, plays a bad line of the French. Now this is not really the French. This is something else. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's not really the French. This is kind of like one of those Alpine Sicilians where they just go e6. Kinda, I suppose. Anyways, a3 is a common thing, preventing anything from going to b4. Knight g6 is not really a thing for a chicken wing here. I mean, you can try to go f6. I mean, I can... The issue with f6 now is that there's this knight that's, like, it's capturable and it can lead to some tactics and some nice little interesting ways of winning the game. As always, there is in the French, but if you play the French very accurately, you're not just going to lose the game. Now, putting the bishop here is often not great. You often want it on e2, but since they took right away, it is completely fine. This pawn is not capturable because we have bishop b5 winning the queen or a piece, and we will just go knight c3. This pawn is untouchable, and if they stop that, we can go here, but it doesn't look like they have any interest in stopping what I want to do. If takes, you lose the queen, and they lost the queen. They lost the queen. Okay. Alright. I mean, our opponent has the French flag. I thought I would play into the French a little bit. This is not going to be like the last video of this where I just have a conniption about us not being able to play our openings. Anyway, that's just resignation. You can take the bishop first if you want to force uncastling, but even if you just take the queen, I mean, it's not like they can castle, because you just take the bishop for free and you'll be up 11 points of material instead of the original, almost 9 that you were up. Anyways, new game. We have had so many white games in a row. Oh, 4 to be exact now. Okay, never mind. So this is game number 4 we had with white. That's insane. 4 in a row with white. We don't really love to see it. Anyways, this guy board the game with a bozo. Anyways. Please, can someone play? Someone, anyone. I'm gonna start Q sniping people in open challenges. How's this guy? We have white again. Game number 5. Oh, no. Come on. Okay. Alright. I guess we're playing this. Okay, I don't really know what this is. I was gonna start playing this, like, h3 line against this individual. I guess we can just play this. This is fine. Is our opponent trying to play a hedgehog? I'm not sure what our opponent is trying to do. They are trying to go for a hedgehog. Okay. Well, against the hedgehog, if they're not going to fianchetto like this, we're going to go bishop d3 because it doesn't bite into granite in this pawn structure triangle. If they do fianchetto, you most likely want it on e2 to cover anything like on that square. But with this, this is just completely fine. I would just play for e5 right away. Since our opponent is not posing any threats, we should try to pose our own. Long castles is fine. Also, e5 is fine. We will be going e5. Just mainly, I mean, if they take here, we can just take this. It attacks a piece. If they take back, we take. It attacks the queen, tempo. And we can just take like this. The knight going, okay, the knight goes back. Now, we do have a lot of dark squared weaknesses, especially around the king here with this pawn now controlling it. And there's many ideas with Greek gifts that are possible, but also just with the knight coming forward. I mean, if we come forward now, we also have long castles, and this pin on the d file is death. And our opponent just allows the knight forward, which we will take. We will be taking that. F, that's lunacy. It's important not to take here, especially when you have an unstable knight. They can just take back. You can't take with check. The bishop defends it. You can take the bishop, but the queen just takes. So we will be just castling long here, I believe. This attack I don't believe in. Could also try to go here. That'd be kind of interesting. Knight moves as a discovery. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. The current threat is e6. If the knight moves as a discovery, we can long castles and set up discoveries of our own, as our opponent allows. C5 does not trap the bishop by any means. I mean, C4 doesn't trap the bishop by any means at all. We could also go here. Now that I'm looking at this, we could go there first. H6, H6, H4. Takes. Threatening mate because the knight covers this. Yep, we will be going here first. Can't go here, that's mate. If they go here, there's H4. And if takes, we have a tempo. Well, not really a tempo, just that this guards that instantly. They cannot take this. This is a fishing pole trap on steroids because there are no defenders, and the king is also cut off by a knight on an outpost. Not to mention, we will be castling lawns, setting up some discoveries on this thing. And our opponent seems to be uninterested in guarding any of them. We will just continue to march forward. G4 potentially next, opening up the bishop, and it will also opening up this mating pattern. Whoa. That has to be bad. G4 now, I think. G4, there's knight f4. Knight f4, that's annoying. Okay, I'm seeing some stuff like this. This is kind of nice. If knight here, we check takes here. Very important to take with a check. No, the knight covers that. Oh, okay, we can't do that. Takes like that. They can take the bishop. We would take back the rook. I'm gonna go for it, actually. I don't believe in my opponent here. We could go like this as well. This threatens immediate mate, and if takes, obviously there's this, so... And if knight f6, we can take with the queen. So yeah, I think we're just gonna go here. Again, they can't take. It opens up the rook for mates. Same issue as last time because the king is cut off with this knight. So yeah, that just wins. I was considering to like go for some like flashy sacrifice, but this is a little bit of a simpler sacrifice. I wanted to win the game in a little bit more style here, but this is enough. Yeah, they can't take that. It opens up the rook, and not to mention I can come back and also shove the pawn forward to lock the king in. Just too many threats here. Just too many threats. I can even sack a rook, bring this rook in, and do the exact same thing. That would be a funny way to end this game. But yeah, this is game over. Going back with the knight is, again, death. I just take it. And rook takes here, here. Yeah, it's mate. Resigns. What is it made in? Oh, wow. Was this better? Oh, this was winning as well. This is +3. It's +5 right now. What was the better move? That one, it was actually okay as well. G4? I don't think G4. Yeah, black was better after G4. G3? Oh wow, just G3. Wow. Yeah, I could have slow played this, and this would have actually been a little bit better. G3 is +5. This is +3. And my other idea is +2.5. I want that to be a little bit flashy, but we do get multiple brilliant moves, I believe. At least it should be multiple. Anyways, can we get a person who plays into the openings that we're trying to play? Okay, we have a rematch. We can play a black opening. Against e4, I will be playing the modern since there's no hope of a Benoni there. Is our opponent going to play? We've played this guy previously. All right, e4, so we're going to play a modern because there's really no hope of a Benoni here. The Benoni will be later. I mean, Benko. I think we're playing the Benko. Yeah, we're playing the Benko. Okay. Anyways, these first two moves are kind of automatic, and now you just want to monitor what white does. We have the two knights coming out, and when you see the two knights and the two pawns, a6. We have h4 right away. Wow, that is... Alright. Okay, I see you. You can play it like this, if you'd like. You can also go h6 and then g5 if they ever push. You locking the position as so. You could also go here. That might be what we're going to do. We might go here first. Yeah, we're going to go here first. This is just not really working. We have that, and then... Ooh, bishop comes here. You can go here if you'd like. We're actually just going to lock it with this move first. Because we don't want this ever happening, really. We don't really want that to happen. We have knight coming into g5. Okay. I'm assuming f3 is to be followed up. How about just b5? Just b5, b4. Hit this knight that's trying to guard. Now we're going to try to hit this pawn somewhat. We could develop the knight first, but f3 has not been played, so we will be developing the bishop first. If f3 is played and you haven't developed either of these pieces yet, you want the knight to come out first. You want e5 and c5 to be supported a little bit faster, since they're obviously going to attack you a little bit faster. Now we're just going to go knight here. We're just going to go knight d7, maybe c5, maybe e5. Depends on what happens. But we get short castles, actually. Short castling after h4 is a little bit weird. I'm not really sure what all that's about. We can go after the bishop now, since our king is covered. After knight d7, there's no bishop discovered check against this pawn hanging, so I feel like our opponent has to give me the dark bishop here. We could also try to go e5 right away. Depends on the flavor. I'm considering both moves. This, if they just let me take, I kind of have to. I could also go here first, trying to take in a little bit of a better way, or c5. Trying to get a better exchange over here. We're going to go here first. We've decided. We're just going to go there first. We're going to go here and then c5. Queen there. Okay, that's mate. Let's not hang that, shall we? Just castling out of the way is fine. It's important to note that there's no knight f7 and bishop c4 following up with the pin. We could block it with the pawn and take the bishop, or we could also just, take back with this pawn here. There's no sacrifice of it either. If they do, we'll just move the king. The queen would also be hanging, so it's a bad move no matter what. Now e5 is looking a little bit more juicy. So yeah, just castles. I kind of forgot that I didn't play the move. Kind of forgot I didn't play it. Knight comes forward. You can attack it if you want. We can attack it like this, but that closes down the bishop. I don't think we really want that here. This closes down really every single piece of white's. So we will be playing this one, and it's important to note the knight can't go here. We covered that 3 times versus 2. We also cover every other square, and if the rook takes f7, if the knight takes f7, we have rook takes, so that's nice. This is a nice game. I'm happy our opponent is playing like this. It shows you how to it's showing you how to defend a somewhat and I like actually kind of a logical attack. Like our opponent is doing a good job. The problem is we are like defending pretty well. C5 takes. I'm a little bit nervous of that, but we have this takes and going forward, so C5 is looking nice. And if they ever push, we have the E5 square for our knights, both of them actually. And we can actually grab both bishops, which if you can grab both bishops in the modern and you have both fianchettoed, you are chilling. If you get both bishops, damn. Yeah, it looks like we're getting both bishops here. This just looks like we're gonna get both bishops. If we go here first, that might be a little difficult. The queen actually went back to a very suspicious square, so I think we can actually just straight up trap the bishop. It's important not to take this first, because then the queen can take, and then the bishop can get out. But that is a trapped bishop. The only thing we would have to be worried about is pawn takes here. That is annoying. But we can take attacking the queen. If you go here, I can actually take with the rook because your queen is hanging. So we have this. Now what do we want to take with? We probably want to go here. If here, this. That's the only annoying point here. You probably want to take and then try to do something like yeah, we're just gonna take right away. Our opponent does this as I anticipated. I didn't really want that to happen, but f6 looking nice. Winning the tempo and the knight. If they ever come forward to f7, we can just try to win the e-pawn as fast as possible. Our bishop's opened, which is nice. We have that as a resource. We will be attacking this knight. This does not work. You can take that with the queen. Knight's hanging. Knight goes back. That's a bad move. Which knight to take with, though? I wouldn't be going pawn hunting here. We're already up a pawn, so there's no need to do any of that. Not really a need to open up the rook either, but we will be going here. Our queen can follow up on this diagonal as well. Forces one of the knight back. Knight can come forward, actually. So we're not going to be doing that. The knight can come forward. We're just going to try to win this pawn quickly, mind you. There's this that attacks the queen. This is also a fork. But with the current scenario, I feel like allowing the fork is better because we have a bishop pair. Because, yeah, if we just go back or something, we're going to get smothered. So we are going to go forward. This is a fork. I don't care. We are going to be up so many pawns and have so much pressure that this rook is unnecessary to defend. We are down an no, we just have 2 pieces for the rook. Oh, my fault. Oh, yeah, so it was definitely worth it then. Now we're going to pile up on this pawn a little bit more. We want to take with the bishop, not really the queen. The queen trade, It's okay. I mean, we could have forked them as well. We could have done that, but feel like going for a mating attack is a little bit cleaner considering we have this like check and we have some moves. Can go after the king here. King is just way too weak to be doing any of this. King is way too weak. We are down in exchange, but the piece activity for white is so bad. Like they have the rook, yeah, and so the endgame might be nice for them, but their pieces are so bad that it doesn't matter. We can take like this and play f5. That's nice. We can also take with the knight. Taking with the knight, I don't really like that. I like taking with check, getting a piece in, cutting off the king. I like that a little bit more. I also kind of want to shut down some stuff. This is probably not good, since they just win the 2 pieces back, and then we would just, our attack would be extinguished for really nothing. We could try to bring the other rook into the game. That would be nice. Or we could try to threaten a taking of this knight with some stuff. Here, is this a threat though? Because there is pawn takes. But if pawn takes, I'm just gonna bring another piece into the game. Okay, our opponent realigned this with our rook. This is a check and fork, but none of our pieces are handing, and I feel like it's safest to currently go into the corner. I'd rather go like this, and not like that. Just a little bit of a habit for you all to follow. Going via the safest route. It might look like you're going to the same square, but there are some scenarios where you are not going to the same square. Now there is that. Opponent would have to give up something for that. There's also this now. Pawn takes doesn't work. King is cut off. However, this is something we must deal with. And we must deal with it in the best manner. We can actually maybe go here, actually. That'd be funny. But we're going to keep it simple. We're going to stop the queen from coming in with the bishop. Yeah. We're going to stop it like that. If the queen comes in like this, maybe like that. Okay. Well, we need to stop the queen from doing more than it already can do. I'm gonna go back like that. I'm trying not to hand something stupid. If queen check, we have that. This is just so insane. I have 40 seconds, actually. Our opponent has done a very good job at playing quickly. We have queen takes, right? Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, wow. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, I was just winning throughout this whole game. Yeah, I just got the move order wrong on that. It's fine. What is the win here? Oh. Okay, yeah, I got the move order wrong on that. I'm still gonna post this. I'm not gonna edit that out. This guy probably blocked me, didn't he? Oh, no, he didn't block me. Yeah, I got way too low on time, and then I just kind of threw the game, so. Got too low on time, got the move order wrong. It's fine. We will play another. Actually, this is perfect. Person's 800, might play e5. Probably gonna get a Scotch here. I swear if they don't play knight c6. Why are you offering a draw? I'm trying to film a video. Who is you, bro? Do I know you? Do I know you? Do I know this guy in real life? Why are you offering a draw, bruv? Why are we being like this? Okay, this is insane. That's crazy. I'll play blindfold if you quit stalling. I literally just said I'll play blindfold if he quits stalling. Which I genuinely will. I genuinely will play blindfold if this bozo doesn't move. Okay, I'm just gonna report this guy for stalling. Alright, this is egregious. Dude is mad that I didn't draw. This is unrated, bruv, so you can just leave. Anyway, Scotch. I have draw offers disabled. I don't receive them. Okay, if they ever play d6, just go d5. If they go forward, you can go c3. You can also go a3, just whatever you want, or you can just continue to develop. You can just go c4 if you'd like. This knight is kind of awkward, really. It doesn't do anything. So, in light of that, I'm just going to go here. Actually, no, I changed my mind. We're going to go for mass expansion. You can take this. It does damage the pawn structure. However, in this case, I don't really want to do that. I want to just shut out the knight. I want to just win a lot of tempo on the knight. So we're going to shut it out and also not let it move. This, you can attack if you'd like. We're just going to gain a little bit more space, though. There's no knight to pressure our knight as well. Okay, they just take. You can take with the pawn, honestly, but why would you do that? Such a crushing space advantage. Might as well activate a piece. Where do we want our knight? Potentially over here. Our bishop, definitely trying to... Maybe some of this. Maybe some of this action. They don't have a light squared bishop, so we have complete free dominance on the light squares. I'm honestly considering g4. Just trying to go after this knight that our opponent has awkwardly placed. Yeah, we're going to go g4. There's no light squared bishop, so you have free reign on the light squares. You can do whatever you want on them. Whenever you encounter something like g4, just do whatever you want. We're going to go here anyways. Knight can't come over here. I would just take it. That'd be bad. Give your queen for a challenge? Oh, this guy wants me to give him a queen for a challenge. Next game, I'm filming a Scotch video. I'll sack the queen next game, okay? I'll sack it next time. I'm probably actually going to lose. This guy he has no problem spending time, eh? Mr. Pirc has no problem when he's spending time. Alright, dear. But yeah, if he rematch offers me, we will be sacking the queen for something. Not sure what, but I mean, I'm gonna go for the Scholars Mate next game. And I mean, if you blunder the Scholars Mate, I'm just going to checkmate you. Like, if you offer a queen hand challenge and you still blunder Scholars Mate, I don't even know what to say. That'd be insanity. I don't know what opening he's gonna play also. So that'll be fun. We'll probably try to sack it in like a Ponziani as well. Something like that. Maybe get the Dr. Lupo challenge in. Alright, so the C file is about to open, it seems. So we're gonna get our knight and our rook into the game like this. Taking would be a terrible move since, okay, they are being pinned so many times. This pawn is also a nice little backwards pawn weakness that I can do something about. This is also a move. Takes, we have this. And after takes, we can just go on the D file. Problem would be this. So, what to do first? I think it's best to just grab the bishop and then go for the pawn. I assume you're not gonna take with the king. If you take with the king, I'm going here. But no, we have queen takes. This person is not a dumbass. And now, this is great because we have this check first before we take the knight now. Before we didn't have this check really, but now we do. And now this check is really nice. Of course, giving the check before we take the knight is good. It would force the king to move. The knight can't go because it's pinned. Imagine if I holy crap, I can't talk. Imagine if the knight just moves anyway and I pre-move something stupid. That'd be funny. That'd be a funny way to end this video. It wouldn't be the end of this video, actually. Okay, so your thingy's under attack here. You might think to defend your bishop or to take it. But another thing you can do is you can actually just take this with the queen. Because this knight is pinned. So it doesn't really matter what you do. You can take this first. It attacks the queen. And it's the most simplest way of winning this rook here. We're just going to take that. There was also queen takes, winning the exchange. That would have also been funny. But maybe this game we will sack our queen. Maybe. I mean, I did say next game, so he's kind of expecting another. I don't know. I just wanted to get the Scotch out of the way because people playing e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, and then me having the option to go d4. Don't get it very often. If you watched the last video, I tried to get the Italian. Holy crap, that took so long. It took so long to get an Italian. And even when we did, it was a weird sideline. I couldn't get it again, sadly. We didn't even get a Benoni last video. We didn't even get the Benoni. Anyways, that's a threat of winning the rook. Winning the rock here. The only thing you would need to be worried about here is some kind of king safety issues. We don't really have to worry about that here. King is very safe. Queen needs multiple tempo to go check us. Even if they try, we can defend this pawn with the bishop. And after we take this rook, we also threaten this pawn with check because the king has to go forward. Yo, chill. Why are you saying no chill? Man, just don't hang both your rooks. No, you're not 800. You're 900. This guy's chatting me, by the way. I mean, this guy told me to sack my queen, so I can bully you however many times I want in this game. Sir, we're gonna be playing queen odds. I can do whatever I want, thank you. Oh. Oh, alright. Yeah, we're gonna be playing queen odds next game. Actually, hold up. Blind, fold, or I'm actually just gonna ask what does he want me to do? Blindfold or queen odds? You can check my profile to see me change it to blindfold if you don't believe me. No, this is whatever you want, bro. You're in the video. It's whatever you want, bro. You're the one in the video. I'm just the guy who's listening to all the community members making polls and stuff like that, trying to get custom openings. I mean, I did throw against against a 1200 because I messed up a move order. But yeah, on fort. Yeah. Anyways, the queen was handing. I mean, I was just being an idiot. Kind of forgot about what happened. What was happening? It's fine. Oh, he wants me to play blindfold? Okay, I will. Alright. I'll change the piece set now. Alright. Oh, no, wrong one. Blindfold. Bang. Alright, we do remember the position. This is taken with check. The knight can block, but we would take it. King moves this way. I don't want to accidentally pre-move. I think I do have legal moves on. And I do. I do, in fact. We could check them again. I sadly have the king in this just like checking vortex. Yeah, there's a okay, hold up. Is there a way to turn off notation? Cuz like I feel like notation is kind of cheating. I don't know if we can turn off the notation. I mean, can we? Can we turn off notation? I'm trying to find a way to turn off notation. Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to turn off notation right now. It's not going very well. The queen is still on f6, so we don't really need to worry too much. Where do we want our queen? Wait, where'd the queen go? Okay, here it is, yeah. I forgot about that. Forgot I went there. I think we want the yeah, I want the queen on the b file, so we're gonna check the king. Then we're gonna check it again. And then we're gonna develop the bishop over here. Queen's on f6, but there is a pawn on e5, so we're safe to do this. Even if I do hang the queen, it's still bishop and two rooks versus the queen. I'm used to starting blindfold games from the very beginning. I'm not really used to turning off the moves instantly. That attacks my queen, yeah. Where is your king, sir? I remember your king went here, so this is a check. That will be a fork. That will be picking up the knight, which was attacking my queen. And we can just take the knight. Take a knight with check, too, so that's unfortunate. Just rook to D. Rook to B, actually, would probably be the fastest mate. I think the B file is open. Yeah, we're just gonna. Oh wait, yeah, I'm on c5, so yeah, that's not really a fast mate. Opponent just has a queen left. He said he checked my YouTube. Thank you. Did he subscribe? Did he drop a sub? Let's see. Did he drop a sub? Appears as if the answer is no. Unfortunate. Anyways, what did they move? b3. Okay. We can just take that. They do not have a pawn on a5. I know that. Wait, what did they move there? Short castles. B. Oh, they went b3? Oh, wait. Oh, I got the move wrong. Okay, we're going to change the color of the board here. This is messing me up. Is purple good? I feel like that would be better. Is purple good? I mean, that's easier on my eyes, definitely. I have a pawn here, so we can just take this pawn. There is no need to panic. There is no need to panic. Queen's over here, so I don't know. Let's offer a queen trade, maybe. I can't take that pawn, by the way. Could try to check, maybe? Yeah, we're gonna do it like this, actually. Because the queen is on h6? Okay, queen's over there now. g6 was played, apparently. I don't know how that happened. Queen is on h6. I don't really remember that happening either. But we will give one more check, see if the king, where the king wants to go. King wants to come forward. We're just going to drop back to g3. This is... When was the queen on g... Huh? Oh, no, the queen went to g... I need... I wish the board was a little bit better for this. Alright, so... Just going to offer the queen trade again. Yeah, they have this pawn on e5, which defends my rook from really anything. And yeah, after this, we're going to use our rooks into the game now. They just played f5. They have a pawn on g6, so... I feel like the best course of action is to try to get some stuff going on the b file. They took our pawn. That's probably good for us, I'm not going to lie. We do have an f-pawn, so we can just go here. Queen e5. When did the e-pawn go away? What? When did that happen? Okay, yeah. F5 was played. Do they have double G-pawns? I think they do. I think they do. Do they? King d6 is wild, because I can go here. Queen a5. There's no a pawn. There is a rook here, though. This just forces the queen trade. And we win on time. Okay. Alright, so we're going to have to play black. Changing to blindfold is mid-game is a little trippy. That's what I just said to him. Oh, he just one-worded me. Wow, that's crazy, bro. Are you gonna offer a rematch or no? Are you wanting a rematch? I don't even know if you are or not. Okay, anyways, so we're playing black. Obviously. We're playing black. Oh, they moved. Okay, I didn't get a sound. Bit unfortunate. What should we play? It's e4. Let's play the modern again. Let's have a redemption at the modern over here. We're gonna have a redemption at the modern. I don't know how to turn notation off. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to turn notation off. That's unfortunate. I don't even know if I have band tomorrow, but anyways, yeah, we have d4, so we're just gonna go bishop d7. I will go through this game not blindfold after the game is done. Don't worry. You won't be having to sit here through this entire thing. We have knight of 3, I think. Yeah, that's the knight. There's not a 1 square thingamabobber. We're just gonna go d6, I believe. Okay, I'm still in my my book here, my theory, Okay, we have bishop to a3. Bishop e3, a6. Yeah, a6. Why not? Why not, eh? Knight c3. We're going b5. If not, bishop e2. Maybe b5 anyways. Could also go knight d7. But no, we have knight c3, so therefore we're going to go b5. Still someone in some theory here. This might be a long game. Our opponent seems to be thinking a lot on their moves. And wow, we have, I mean, I am playing blindfold, so, I mean, h4 looking kind of nasty over here. So there's multiple ways of handling this. I feel like we should handle it the same way we did last game, because last game went very well. We were completely winning the whole game, and then I decided to hand mate in 2, so that's fun. It's not the first time I've Hun mate in 2 in a video, actually. Wait, no, actually, last game I Hun mate in 4. Last game, no, not like last game, but there was a video that I Hun mate in 4, which was a little embarrassing. But anyways, we have knight to g5. Wait, bishop b7. I'm gonna explain to him how blindfold work. So I can only see your last move highlight, no pieces. Which, I mean, it is true. I can only see is their last move highlights. We're gonna wait for our response. I mean, we are up a lot of time, so we're just gonna wait for it. We have a4. It's nice. We're gonna attack the knight here. Hit the knight a little bit. We're gonna touch up the knight. Touch up the knight a little bit. Yeah, talking through blindfold is pretty hard, actually. So yeah, knight bd7, I think. Could go knight f6 as well, but knight bd7 seems more logical to me. Just my opinion. I used to do bullet blindfold on alt's account. I used to do bullet blindfold on alt account. So yeah, anyways, we have c3. That's nice. We're gonna go knight f6, I think, because if they take this pawn, if they take this pawn, I have like kind of the B and C files to work with here. Yeah, we're just gonna attack this pawn. On e4. They're probably gonna defend it with something like queen c2 or like f3. There's queen b3 as well. That pins my pawn. Okay, they defend it with f3. All right. C5 maybe? Potentially c5. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I mean, if pushes, they allow my knight in. Like if here, my knight can like go here. I'm sorry for those in the I'm sorry for those watching the video who are like a little bit confused. This is just blindfold chess. Opponent's playing very well. I have no doubt that I'm probably worse here. Maybe not. Expect like maybe queen b3, maybe Some kind of queen move, I think, is going to be played. Some kind of queen move, probably. I think. Maybe some kind of queen move. Potentially. No, they actually take my pawn. So we can take back. We can take back. There's queen b3, though. Queen b3. That's a fork of mate and my pawn, I think. Yeah, that's a fork of mate and my pawn. So that I don't think is good. Okay, I don't know what to do here, actually. We could try castling, but like... We could try castling, but again, they take my pawn. Then I'm just down a pawn, but... Hold up, is there this? Here, if it takes now, we have queen a4, potentially? No, wait, no, there's knight d... there's knight... Wait, no, here... They have a... Hold up. Okay, so they have a bishop here, knight here, queen... King. Okay, there's a pawn chain here, so wait. Yeah, if here and they take, there's knight d3, check, and then they are forced into a discovery, so... Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try this little trick. I picture it in my head, and... for what is happening and what needs to be played. Okay, so yeah, knight f4 was played. Wow, that's actually an annoying move. Take the queen, take the pawn? I feel like that's our only option here. Because otherwise, I'm just getting, you know, pooped on. That would be unfortunate. We don't want that around here, do we? They went rook takes. Okay, I probably shouldn't have pre-moved. Probably should not have pre-moved. We might lose track of the position with pre-moves. I guess this is why notation. Bishop, bro. Why is this guy playing so well? We could defend it, potentially. But if we defend it, there's this... Wait, they have a bishop here, right? Yeah, they haven't moved the bishop. There's bishop check, so... Let's stop that. I don't like that. Let's go after this pawn. This pawn also attacks the rook over here. I'm not happy about my position at all. I feel like a5 is about to be played. Or just taking my pawn. Maybe. I don't know, maybe bishop takes, and then I would take. Okay, bishop takes, so bishop takes a4. That's what I will be playing. Rook a1, maybe? Maybe rook d2? Rook d2, probably. I think rook d2 will be played. No, rook a1. Where do I want my bishop? Here, maybe? Could also go back. No, I can't go there. The bishop takes me. And then I lose a rook. What's rook played so well about? I can't go back. I was like, why is bro playing so well? I can't go back. Yeah, because if I went here, there's bishop takes, and then I lose a rook. King f2, bro. What is king f2? Nah, bro, what is going on here? My brother is helping me. He's good. So you're telling me to play blindfold? So you're telling me to play blindfold, and you're getting help from your brother, who's apparently 1700 rated. Okay. I mean, all right. We're gonna lose this pawn no matter what, so we might as well attack the bishop. Bishop over here. That's why I started, because of him. He told me. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure this is we might turn on the pieces so we can see them a little bit better. We might be turning on the pieces. Okay, wait, hold on. What is it? Yeah, I have a knight here. Okay, I was just wondering. We're gonna defend it. I was just wondering. I almost forgot. You have a knight there. Oh, you can just take my pawn. Okay, you can just go like rook a6. Rook a6, knight c5. I mean, my knight here is pinned to this damn bishop over here. Ugh. That's sad. That's really sad. I don't know what's going on here. I'm getting a little sussed out. Why did it take him so long to do that? Why did it take him so long to go bishop takes? Can I just castle, maybe? Feel like I want to castle. I don't want to really get pinned in multiple ways, so I'm just going to castle. I don't really want to get pinned like that. The dude's playing so well. I mean, even if you have a 1700 helping you, I mean, this is... I think this is beyond 1700 level. It's just my opinion. Yeah, rook c1. I kind of expected that. I don't know what to move, actually. Hold up. What the hell do I do? What, just like bishop f6, maybe? What do I do? No, but like for real, though, what the heck am I supposed to do? This guy is... Bro, a 1700 is not... 1700s don't play this well. King g3, bro. Let's get off the first rank. I feel like that has to happen. I feel like we need to get off the first rank. Put pressure on the bishop, maybe. Maybe next we can go here. Rook's over here, I believe. Yeah, rook's over there. What is bishop f1? King d7? Dude, what is this? What is going on here? What is going on here? What's going on here? What is this 1700, bro? I feel like I'm playing against a wall. Okay, let's just guard the knight, be solid. Oh, I just blundered this. Okay, I just blundered that. Okay. Bishop a5? What is that? What is that move? Okay, well, I did just blunder that, so... Go here. The bishop is over here is now hanging. If the knight does take. It's a fork of the rook and the bishop here, which just moved here, because bishop a5 in the notation. My knight would be hanging. Let's stop that from ever happening again. I don't want the bishop here. Let's stop that from ever happening again. I don't want that. I think there's this. Oh, no. Wait, what? Excuse me? What was the move played? Rook b... What did they do? What? Hold up. Bishop a5. Okay. I'm not so sure what the hell just happened, but I think I'm just down a piece. I think I have to go back as well. Yeah, I just lost track of that. Thanks to my brother. Yeah, I think your brother is Yeah, your brother's on some, like, kind of something. This bishop is pinned to the rook. Yeah, because the rook just took b3, yeah. Rook is pinned. The rook is being pinned. What is this, bro? What is this? Oh my god. Attack the rook? I don't know. I don't know what to do here. This is getting hard to keep track of in my head. I'm already doubting myself. I'm already doubting myself on this. Bishop is still pinned, I think. Rook comes forward. I'm not sure why it took that long for him to play that. Starting to get a little annoyed about this knight. We're gonna see how long it takes him to take that. Oh, 2 seconds. Okay, okay. Back the knight. See what happens. No doubt I'm losing. I'm probably down multiple pieces. I don't even know where most of mine are. I don't know where my other knight went. Where's my other knight? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Knight here. I don't know. I'm just going to attack the rook, bro. I'm just going to attack the rook. Rook goes back. I don't know. Of course. I mean, just like, what is going on, bro? I don't know what to play, bro. Is my knight trapped? Hold up. How many squares does my knight actually have? Oh, my knight's trapped. Oh, okay. That's fantastic. Wow, that's crazy. All right, that's wild. Thanks to your brother. I'm so sure it's your brother playing. Imagine this guy's actually getting help from his brother, and his brother is just straight up having Stockfish on his phone, just playing moves. Okay, attacks my knight. I mean, I have to just go back, I think. Oh, what happened? Oh. Attack the knight, I guess. Bro, I mean, what is going on? Draw? Are we seriously repeating here? Oh, are you freaking serious, bro? Bro. What is this? Okay, I have no idea what just happened after on those last moves. What the hell was that? So what the heck happened? I lost track of some of the pieces. Oh, I thought that. Okay, I misread that. I blundered rook. No, you didn't. Wait, what did you? Did I accidentally pre-move take your rook? Yeah, all of a sudden the after this, just the quality of the play just like deteriorated like a lot. Like once they got low on time, everything just started falling apart. Yeah, this was weird. Game review, please. Please, game review, thank you. I'm a little bit sussed out on that one, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that was an inaccuracy. I should have just went knight f6 right away. This is way stronger than... Oh wow, great move, yeah. I was considering going back the other way, but I didn't want any like pinning stuff to happen with like this. I wanted my knight to be able to check and get out of it somehow. That was the best move. Alright. I didn't know that. That was bad. Okay. And then yeah, I did was this a mouse slip? Did they mean to do this? Was that a mouse slip? I feel like that was a mouse slip. And I just on the rook. Okay. And then right here, things just start getting very weird. Okay, I don't know why I didn't go here. I mean, okay. Yeah, I'm very much weirded out. A 1700 does not play this well. Even if they are actually 1700, I don't know. And they went offline. What are their other games like? Can I see that? Look at some of their other games. Yeah, we're investigating here. That was weird. That was so weird. The one where I lost at 1200, yeah, that guy was definitely not on some fish oil, but this person, I don't know. This person was a little weird. I mean, they did like already confess to having someone play for them. And I mean, if the brother was actually in the room, I mean, that was all the brother. I mean, let's be honest, none of that was him. Yeah, everything else looks so legitimate. I don't think anything happened in any of the other games. These loss streaks are actually just insane. These are some insane losing streaks. Wow. Wow. Holy. That is some insane losing streaks. Are they online so I can watch? I can watch. Okay, they're playing Bullet. Is this unrated? Yeah, this is unrated, I think. Okay. I don't know why, because like in the first game, why wasn't the brother helping out in the first game? I don't know. That was really weird. And now they're playing like terrible. Now they're playing terribly again. Now this is just bad. I mean, the opponent hasn't played great either, but this is not the player we know. This is not the one we knew. This is not the player we know. Just lose. Oh wow! Holy crap! Leave it to black to throw the game on the spot. I mean, this is 1 minute Bullet, but every move is just coming in the same amount of time now. Like, this isn't just because like I lost a game and I'm like mad and like trying to find excuses. No, like the 1200 actually just genuinely just found a nice mating attack and they like played it really well and they posed problems. That was a great game by them. This one is a little bit weird just because of just how accurate that was and being played by a 1700 allegedly. Although I don't think it was being played by a 7. Oh, this was rated? That was rated? Excuse me, we're gonna spectate. Oh, this person's played. They've played before. Okay. Holy Indian Rack. I don't know what that means. Um, that was weird. Was our game rated? No, our game was not rated. I don't know. This was weird. This is really weird. Okay, we have a Scholar's Mate. Fantastic. Okay, we have that coming in, so, okay. Thinking a lot here. This is weird. This is 1-1-2? What? This is 1 minute and 2 second bonus time? What is this? Oh, these guys are friends playing rated, I think. Yeah, I don't know why knight there was... Okay, you can just take that knight. Alright. This is too weird. This is too weird for me to handle. I'm considering whether or not to report them. That game was so weird. Did they even subscribe? No, they did not. Like I said, thank you. You're welcome, man. Oh, okay. What the hell happened here? This is not the guy we know. You have 2 second bonus time you go in here, bruv. Just, what the heck? Bruv. Bro, you're already up a piece, man. Just trade the queens. And Fetton's fork, pawn. Like, just everything over here falls. But no, instead we have queen to f4. We have taking it. We have knight fork, takes the rook, and still gets mated. So you clearly didn't see that the queen was guarding f7 anymore. Okay, we have a Caro Kann, and we have the skull. There's no way. There's no way this is real. There's no way. That game was played way too accurately. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I'm game linking that and reporting it. I'm game linking this specific game. Yeah, we're going to. I mean, there's no way. That was too weird of a game. That was just way too weird. I mean, we'll let chess.com decide on that one. I mean, I'm looking at the count. It's somewhat new. I mean, mine is slightly older. Yeah, mine's a little bit older. But yeah, that was weird. I don't know what that was. That was something. I don't know what that was. But I mean, if this person is banned, I will I will make a video about it. Yeah, there was just like some mouse slips, some like odd things. Like if you're getting a brother's advice, I don't think you would be mouse slipping to that extent. Cause like they tell you the move, you're like, oh, bishop b4. Oh, okay. But then they mouse slip bishop a5, and then like I don't know. I mean, that was hard to keep track of in my head as well. We did play very well. And I feel like it was partially because the opponent was playing extremely well as well. Like, okay, and in this game, this is okay. Pawn takes, not queen takes. Not sure why. Rook is handing with check. Rook is also pinned, so that's sad. King f2. All right, not even bringing the other rook. Okay. Just allowing the queen in. I mean, just I don't know what's going on here. Rook f3 is bananas. Rook f8 is bananas as well. I don't know what is this? What is this? I mean, these two are obviously friends. Pretty sure. I mean, they've played like 10 games. 3 plus 2. Yeah, they played 10 games. 3 plus 2 plus 5 is 10. Wait, hold up. Hold the phone. This guy has lost to this person more than... What the heck? This guy has won more than this person? The heck? Okay, that was a little too weird. Yeah, we're gonna end the video if we don't get black in the next game. If we don't get black in this game, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Wow, that was weird. That was sus. That is the first time I have reported a game in so long. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna abort the game, bro. We've gotten white so many times in a row. It's actually kind of like insane. Okay, black. Do we get d4? We're gonna give this one last try. Swear to God, everybody plays e4. It's so embarrassing. I'll even play a 15-10 game if it helps. But yeah, we're gonna end the video. We'll include the Banco. We'll include a Soul Banco Benoni video in another video. That's about it. Subscribe. That was such a weird game.